Okay, now how about me? I am all sorts of messed up today. Can you hear me at least? Please tell me you can hear me. Oh, good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Catching you all in the comments. Hello, Rosie. Great to see you guys. How am I looking? How am I sounding? Everything coming through loud and clear? Uh-oh. Oh, no, you don't hear me? Okay. Let's try this. Oh, you can hear me. Oh, can you hear me now? Okay. All right, you can hear me now, okay. Yes, okay, good. Bummed you couldn't hear that music. Oh, I'm so bummed. I had some pretty holiday music for that slideshow. I was so bummed. That's actually what messed me up yesterday as I was trying to add that slide with pretty music. And I messed everything up. So bummer, that didn't work. All right. I'm going to have to go find a professional to figure that out for me. So, okay, good. You can hear me. I'm glad. Okay, guys. So again, not really prepared for today's live, just kind of coming in to do some coloring. I did some Copic coloring yesterday. And yes, I did talk a lot yesterday. One of the things about lives that I want to just kind of remind everyone of is one of the reasons that I like to go live when I can is to talk with all of you guys. I can see your questions. I'm going to come back and look at those in a second, but it's a way for me to interact with you guys and answer some questions that you may have, give my opinions, my thoughts, why I do things the way I do sometimes, if I can explain it. So lives are just a great way to kind of go more in depth when it comes to things. My pre-recorded videos that I do, I'm very straight to the point. I don't kind of beat around the bush a lot when I do my pre-recorded videos. It's like, this is what I'm using, this is what I'm doing. So if you're more into structured videos, all of my pre-recorded ones are great for that. I do try and update the covers of my lives so that you know when it's a live replay. Once in a great while, I will do a video in a live format, but it's a lot for me to set up to be able to do that. So I don't do them too often. So hello, everyone, and welcome. Glad you are all here. Yeah, I don't beat around the bush very much. I just kind of get to the point. Good morning. Glad you all are popping in. And if you're catching this on replay, thank you and hello. So great to see you guys. Wonderful. Everything is so messed up with my system now, so I'm going to have to slowly work on fixing that. But oh, good morning. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm kind of an all-in-one. I don't have a not so crafty mic. I would love to. I can't even recruit my family to help me with anything because they're all gone. That's the only way I can do my lives is everybody's gone and out of the house. So thanks, Emily. Yes, it was actually kind of a rocky start for me this morning, and I have lots and lots to do today, but I had mentioned yesterday about popping back in live, so I wanted to stick to that. So yesterday, like I said, was Copic markers. I had kind of quizzed you guys what you wanted to see today, and it looked like TriBlends. I've seen that pop up quite a bit. So I'm going to do some TriBlend markers today. I will talk about those markers and how I feel about them, and just, yeah, how I go about using the TriBlends. So catching alive. Good morning from Florida. Straight shooter. I like that. That's great. All right, so I'm going to jump into it. I don't have a pretty camera for my face today to help smooth out all my crazy lines because, like I said, technology, I'm still getting the hang of this live stuff. And someday, maybe, oh, I got some weird hair. Maybe a year from now, it'll be all nice and pretty and clean. But for now, this is what I got. So I'm going to head down to my tabletop and we'll take a look at that. I do have a fancy little button for that I'm kind of excited with. So I am going to stick to the birds. I do really like these birds. I think they are a great image to color up. Like I mentioned yesterday, they're they're not too big, they're not too small, they're just a really great size and have some great cute little things to color. So I am going to stick with this. I don't have any links or information down in the video description just yet, but I will later on. And I didn't finish my card yet from yesterday. It's just kind of been one thing after another, so I will get that. I also know that a lot of you guys had asked for those sheets that I had showed yesterday with my Copic markers. Yes, I will get those photographed at some point today. So hopefully over the weekend, I will have that for you guys. I know I've been promising that, and I need to just finish one project at a time. So I will get that for you. Now this is the Seasons Tweetings. Yes, Seasons Tweetings from Simon Says Stamp. I adore this. As I said yesterday, I think it's great for not just Christmas, but also going into the winter. And they're just really super cute. Oh, you can also use them for fall because they have their scarves on them. I mean, I don't wear scarves, but I wear hats. So I think these are great for fall too, just by changing up your colors. So I'm braver than you, Emily. I'm trying to get better. I actually feel like I have gotten a little better about just jumping in and getting it done. Pretty much. I am what I am, and you know, that's just how it's going to go. So I'll start out with this guy. So let me grab my Misty. I didn't even stamp it out yet. So I will go ahead and get that stamped out. Oh, what little cutie should we do today? I think I'll do that little guy. He looks pretty cute. If you use TriBlend, you feel like you're cheating on your Copics. That's funny. I try to switch between my markers, between my TriBlend. I haven't used my TriBlends in a long time, so I feel like they do deserve to have some love given to them today. So I'm glad that came up. Now I am using the Express It cardstock once again. Just gonna stick with that. I think my Simon order comes in today, so I should have more. Today I'm going to use the Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink. Now I also had seen some questions come through after my live about what ink to use. I did go over quite a few of them in the beginning of my live yesterday. Jet Black ink from Lawn Fawn is definitely one of them. It also says right on the front there, alcohol marker friendly. And they also have another ink that I want to say is like a gray or a brown. I can't remember, but it also has this emblem on there that says alcohol marker friendly. So, you know, I had mentioned yesterday, it's Lawn Fawn, Hero Arts, Intensified Black, Gina K, Simon Says Stamp, Honeybee Stamps, MFT. You know, most of them you should be able to flip over to the back and read it, and it'll tell you if it's alcohol marker friendly, things like that. So, and normally in my videos, I will tell you too, or have it linked down below. So we'll go ahead and get this guy inked up. Yes, these birds are super cute. That is pretty decent impression, actually. I try to be real. I don't think you want me to get too real because I don't know if people would watch my channel. Darn it, I forgot to wet my stamp jammy again. So unprepared. But it's kind of how I fly, is I'm not really prepared. Question, can you use different brands of alcohol markers with each other? For example, Copic with TriBlend or Alt New? Yes, I know for certain that you can use your Olos with your Copics, and so I see no reason why you couldn't use the other ones. As long as they're all some sort of alcohol marker, then yes, I don't see why you can't. My Walter card and shaped gift tag videos were amazing. Thank you, Vicky. Walter is so cute. Wonder if I still have, where did I put my Walter? I made extra Walters. I don't know where I put them now. Walter, if you guys aren't familiar, I don't know where I put Walter. Oh, I know where he is. He's so cute. So here's Walter. Isn't that adorable? I love him. I made these. They're just going to hang around on my desk this year. I did make a card with it, but Walter, I do have a video on this, and this is a die set from Tim Holtz, and it's over at Simon Says Stamp, so you can get it for free with a $25 purchase of Tim Holtz products, I believe it is. You'll have to check the website for sure, but you can get them for free. I think it's still available. I can't be positive. Don't quote me, but he's so cute. Okay. You would still watch me? I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm kind of a sailor when I'm crafting. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. You really dig my holiday themed still frame. Thank you. I'm really having fun with the holiday series. Just coming up with different ways to use my holiday products versus cards. So I really have been enjoying it. And I have one that I still have to make yet. I want to make it soon. It is so darn cute. I need to take the time to make it. But right now, with beginning of the month coming up, I have a lot going on my plate. So I can't do them just yet. But now, okay, TriBlends. Let's talk TriBlends while that's drying. I do not have a fancy storage area for my TriBlends. Let me back that out a little bit. I literally keep them in this, like, I don't know, Sterilite container it looks like. So I have a lid on them, which I had to dust off, sadly. And this is what I do. Not professional looking by any means, but it works for me. I tuck them up on the top of my shelf. So this is what a TriBlend marker looks like if you have not seen them before. Get to that in a second. TriBlend markers have 3 different shades. Now I can zoom back in. They have 3 different shades on them. So it's going to tell you got a brush. It's going to tell you what end each color is. And this is telling you, this is the, I'll pull it up there for you. Blue Turquoise Extend. So it says a BT3, BT7, and BT8. Yes, I had to double check. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Oh, there we go. My comments had stopped again for some reason. So right off the bat, the TriBlends are giving you 3 different shades that are going to blend together fairly seamlessly. Some are better than others. Some kind of, here, let me try something. Woo, there I am. Hi. So some blend together better than others. Others, you may have to bring in another marker. But how this works is down here, it's showing you this is BT3. So you pop it off. It's got the brush tip on it, and they're actually a fairly, I don't want to say stiff, but there is more of a firmness to them than some of the other markers. So right there is your BT3 on this one. You pull it apart. Wherever there's that colored line, you would pull that apart. Now we have another one here. This shows you this is your mid-tone, which is BT7. Pop that on, and then you flip it, and on the other one, you have your dark, which is BT8. So 3 colors in one marker. Now, the downfall of this is that they are not refillable. So once you wear it out, like if you have a favorite color, once it's gone, that's it. You can't, as far as I know, you can't change out tips. It just kind of is what it is. It's a marker, it runs out, you get a new one. So depending on how much coloring you are doing. Now, these are ones I actually would recommend as a starter. I'm kind of crooked here. Hold on, so there, okay. So I would recommend these as a starter. I think it's a great way to introduce yourself to light, medium, and dark shades when it comes to coloring. I think they blend really well, and you'll see here in a minute. So now I do have quite a few of them. I had gone through, I was trying to look for ones I didn't have. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to show you. is on the ends. It's going to tell you this is the blue turquoise extend. So there's blue turquoise, there's blue turquoise extend. And so that's another reason I kind of keep them on my side, is so I can see the ends of them. So you can see here, it's going to tell you alpine green blend or fair skin blend. So they have names for their particular combination here. Now, I do have a cheat sheet. Now this is one, I wouldn't really say that, you know, I'd have to photocopy for you guys to see it. This is something that I think you could do as you get your markers. It's a good reference guide for what you already have. So here I had, let me zoom in just a little bit there. Okay. So here I separated it. This is my bright pink blend. So, okay, I know I have a bright pink blend. And then I just marked off in little circles what the shades look like on that particular marker. Because remember, I have them in threes. They come in threes on one marker. And then I labeled it BP 1, 4, and 7. Now there's also a bright pink extend. So similar colors, you got the BPs, which means bright pink. And then there's some fillers. So there's a 2, there's a 5, there's a 6. Now the only problem I have really found when it comes to this is that, oh, let's see, I don't know if I can find one off the top of my head. Some of them overlap. So I might get a marker. I'm trying to see if I can find one. I know there's some in here, but I don't know off the top of my head. Some of them might overlap. So I might get 2 markers that have a BP 6 on it, but the other ones I don't have. So, you know, you get what you get is really how it is. You haven't tried using them yet? Oh, they're great. I do. I honestly, I had not tried TriBlend markers until I think last Christmas around that time. Simon Says Stamp had sent me a card kit box to work with, and in their card kit box were 2 TriBlend markers. It was a red and a green, and I was like, oh, let's try it. I've never done them before, and I loved them. So of course I went out and I bought like a whole bunch of them because I thought they were really great, and I thought it was great to show you guys, you know, another option if you wanted to start out. So I don't remember the price, honestly, as far as expensive or cheap or how they are, but I do think they're a great starting point. So if somebody is like, oh my gosh, I love to color, but I don't want to invest in the Olos or the Copic markers, this is a great starting point. So that was why I kind of invested, and I like them. They're just really quick and easy. I don't have to think about anything. So, okay, so there is that. And I have my 2 swatch sheets. So yes, swatches. And this also helps me just pick out which marker I want and kind of go from there. So then I will start looking for something for my bird. So while I'm looking, do you guys have any questions that I can help you with right now? I need my caffeine. Oh, let's see. What color bird? Maybe do a bluebird. A blue would be pretty. Maybe I'll do a bluebird. I think I will. So I think I'm going to go with the True Blue Extend. So let me find that. True Blue Extend. We'll go with that. Swatch sheet. It is hard to say, Rosie. Thank you. I thought that was just me. Or maybe it is. I don't know, but it is. It's hard for me to say without sounding like I said something else. Okay, so I'm going with the True Blue Extend. This one has TB for True Blue. True Blue 3, 5, and 7. And because it only skipped one number in between, I automatically kind of know that these are going to blend together fairly well. If it would have been 3, 5, and 9, then I would have been a little bit more hesitant because there's such a gap in those numbers. Alcohol markers have been one of the hardest mediums to feel comfortable with. They do. They take a while. They really do. and that's something, you know, I see a lot of people struggle with Copics or Olos or anything like that. It does take a lot of practice. You know, if you ever had seen Kathy Rakusin, she would say, you know, to just color. And she's a color picker. Like, she just grabs. She doesn't even worry. She's got magic in her hands. You go over to Kit and Clowder and they say to color for at least 5 minutes a day. And it does. It helps. I have definitely... Let me show you something. Hold on. I got something I want to show you. Oh, where did it go? Okay, so you saw my bird from yesterday. I definitely don't color as much as I used to. So this is an image I colored from the Kit and Clowder class. I'm sure the class is available. I don't know if the image is, but when you practice every day, this is what you can do. It's definitely not going to look very good when you first start, and you have to give yourself grace when you're coloring with anything. I found this in my stash. I have a folder of pictures that I was working with Kit and Clowder. I found this. I was like, oh my gosh, I colored that. Like, I blew myself away because I forgot I colored it. I was like, wow, I did transitions and I did, you know, shadows and highlights, and I couldn't do this right now because I'm so out of practice that I know I would struggle if I were to try and color this right now like this. So I use this as a reference. I have a couple other sheets that I keep handy that it's nice to look back on. I'm like, you know, I really need to practice more. Just the more you do it, the better you're going to get. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, I couldn't do this right now. I know I couldn't because I don't practice like I used to. So practice. And you don't have to have something this detailed to enjoy coloring. So keep that in mind. Doesn't have to look like this. But I do use this as kind of inspiration to myself to just keep going. So I wanted to show you that because I found that in my things the other day. Yes, classes. And I know other people had asked about classes, other people that teach classes. That one was Kit and Clowder. I know Kelly Taylor does a great job teaching coloring. She does a lot of Copics. Sandy Ulnock was brought up yesterday. Jen Shirkus has a really great introduction Copic. She's got a really great style. If you don't want to get super, super detailed, she's got a very great way to break things down, and it's not overwhelming. She's a great teacher when it comes to the Copics. She's a Copics girl. And I think somebody mentioned yesterday Vanilla Arts. So yeah, there's a lot of great resources out there. Hi, Sylvia. Hello, everyone. Feel like you're crafting with a friend. Thank you, Liz. Trying to pop on more when I can, when I have some time. So, hey, Mari. Nice to see you. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start coloring. Let's see if I can do this. I do worse when I'm live because I'm overthinking it when I'm live. So let me see. I'm going to first figure out what I have going on here and what I want to do for colors. So we have the hat and the piece that overlaps there on the hat. So there's his wing, tail. We have a front piece here for his body and then the face. So it looks like these would be two different colors. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to do this and this in different colors. I think is where I'll go or start with. Yeah, and then maybe the tail. So while I start coloring that in blue, let's see, maybe I'll do yellow. Maybe I'll do yellow for those. Okay. Everyone looks good. Yes, so I'm going to start coloring here. Am I zoomed in enough? Oh, you're going to see my head. Don't mind the grays. They are popping out. And of course, if I could really get my head in here, it would probably be better. But it's a great starting point to just show you how these work. And I do love the feel of them. I really do love how that brush tip feels. So I can pop that back on. This is my mid-tone that I'm gonna come out with. It's actually been a while since I've used these. If I can remember how to color, you guys. I feel like I forgot how to color. I'm concentrating so I get quiet, and then you're gonna hear my fridge. My fridge that's running. Wish it would just run away. It's so loud. And then my light. I'll get to your questions here in just a second. Okay, see, now this one is pretty light. I am gonna struggle with that. I don't like that. It's so light compared to that previous color that I'm gonna struggle blending them. I know I am. So let's see. I do also have a true blue. Let's see, 5. I do have a regular true blue that has a TB4. Let me see if I can find that. True blue. Right here. So let me find the 4. Right there. So let me see if I can help blend that out. And I'll explain my process here in just a second. Or why I just did this. And yeah, TB3. I feel like it's so light for being a 3. There, that worked out a little better. There, that's better. Okay, so now I'll explain what I did. That's my extend. Yeah. Okay, so that is my blue. So let me pop over here if I missed any comments going on. You have markers with a black barrel. What's the difference? I think somebody was gonna... Thanks, Vicky. Sorry, I'm just going over your comments, see if I missed anything while I was coloring. You have to combine the regular and extends. Yeah, sometimes you do. There are some times I haven't, just depending on how close the numbers are, but sometimes you do. So it is kind of nice to have both, or just watching your numbers, because there have been some I didn't need to. Now, okay, so I had mentioned before that I have the True Blue Extend, and I wasn't worried about the blending. Let me get these lined up. Because it had the TB3, 5, and 7. Now, the 5 and 7 blended really well. When there's only one number missing between each, I normally am not worried about it. And this had a 3. So a 3 to 5, I was only missing a 4. I didn't think it would be that drastic of a difference, but it was. So I do happen to have the True Blue blend. And this one kind of had that missing number. So this one's got, let me move it again, so you can see them all at once. Darn it. Wrong one. Hold on. Ah, where is it? There it is. So this one has the 1, 4, and 8, which are fillers to the extend. So I grabbed the regular and I brought in the 4 to kind of help fill it in, if that makes sense. Thanks, Mari. Okay, black barrel. Now, I do actually have some here in a black barrel. This one is still a TriBlend. I know, I think they have regular markers that are just one color. Not 100%, like I said, not super familiar. But I did find some TriBlends that are in a black barrel. Yes, they're kind of more of a bullet point. So those have a bullet point to them. These have more of a brush tip. But yes, I did find some TriBlends in the black barrel. Not a lot. I don't know. I didn't go overly crazy. I was happy with what I had. I guess you don't miss what you don't know is out there. So you've noticed that some of the TriBlend lights are lighter than others. So more differentiation. Don't give me big words this early. Yes, exactly. And that's exactly what I ran into, Andrea. It was super light, so I did struggle a little bit, but brought in that 4, and then it worked out really well. So I really like how he turned out. She. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with a yellow for the face. Maybe, no, I think I'm gonna do a gray. I'm gonna stay on the safe side and do a gray. So let's find a light gray. So I have, well, we have blue gray, we have a vintage gray, and I have some ice grays. I also have some browns. Oh, maybe a muted brown. That'd be kind of pretty. Or a red brown. Let's try a red brown, maybe. Red brown. Let's see if I can find that one. Okay, hold on. That's the only bad part is I gotta sort through and find it. And I need my glasses because I can't see. Red brown, red brown, red brown blend. Red brown, that gives me 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yes, I have these crazy cheaters on that tickle my nose. But I think I'm going to try red brown. And a lot of times I will try different color combinations and then I'll recolor it because I didn't like it. So I may or may not like that I'm using red brown for his face and chest, but we'll see. So I do that a lot, especially if I'm going to be doing videos. I will color them out first before putting it in a video so that I know that the Copic marker combination is going to look good. I wonder if there's, or I have a muted brown. Okay, we're going to stick with red brown. We're going to see what happens. So, and these again are the bullet points. So you're getting a finer tip there. I'm going to kind of just take some creative freedom here. That was the dark. The middle is your medium color. And then our light. A little different coloring with bullet point tips. I'm not used to it. Okay, so there's that. Not too bad. I have oh yes, I have cheaters. I absolutely have cheaters. My eyes are so bad. I have contacts in right now. Otherwise, if I didn't have my contacts, I would have to lift up my glasses because my eyes are better than my glasses close up. But it's also why you see me switch my mats a lot, my glass mat, because it kind of depends on what my eyes are seeing. You know, if I'm struggling with a black mat or maybe the white is too bright for my eyes that day, I struggle a lot. As long as I don't lose my eyesight, I'll deal with the struggles. I just don't ever want to lose my eyesight. That'll be very sad. Well, I think I'm going to darken that up a little bit. I like to have major contrast. I feel like I'm losing my dark. I'll go back over here. little harder with the bullet tip. They don't flick as good. There, I kind of like that. Oh, I gotta do his tail. I'm just gonna fill the whole thing in here. There. How does he look? Am I missing? Oh, I missed part of his wing. Whoops. Let's see, 7. Let's go ahead and throw a shadow in there. Completely missed that. My medium. And pop over to the 4. Oh, that worked out nice. Ooh, I lucked out. Okay. How's that? Do I ever color with the lighter color first and then work through the color combinations? Not very often. I guess I kind of get a feel for it first. I know some people do because it saturates the cardstock. I can't say I do it consistently, to be honest. And especially I don't do it with the reds. Things like reds and purples, I definitely do not saturate my cardstock first because reds and purples just seem to be a little more finicky than other colors. Well, in Copics anyway. Yeah, I don't really have a good answer for that because I do it sometimes, but just not consistently. Okay, let's see. What color should I do the hat? The hat. What color should we do? Should we just go for a red on the hat? Turn 'em Christmas. And I'll need the beak. So what are we going to do for... Christy Gets Crafty also does a really good job. Good to know. Thank you, Liz. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Maybe a dark red or coral. Let's go coral. Let's go dark. I like dark reds. So I got a dark red. I have a dark red blend. I don't have a dark red extend. So let's see if I can get this to work. Let's go with dark red. Teal. Looks good. Hey, Marianne. I think I'll do... Well, I did teal on the scarf yesterday for my other bird, so that's why I was kind of trying to just venture out a little bit from what I did yesterday. So I think it's going to be pretty... Yeah, he's going pretty Christmas. We'll see what happens. This is the brush tips. And I'll get this part in here. That was my dark. Then I have my medium. Come over here, leave that little bit of a highlight. Leave that highlight. Okay, I like that. I like this color. And the highlight. Not much of a highlight. And let's see, maybe I'll just make this red here. I like that color blend, except I kind of lost my highlight. So let's come in and just add a bit of a shadow there. I like that red combo though. I really like it. I know it's really dark. It's probably why I like it. I like that blend though too. Kind of lost my highlight though, but I'm gonna fix that. Okay, and then let's give him maybe a pop of yellow for the beak. Maybe. Yellows. I struggle with yellows because I do not like bright yellows. How about this golden yellow blend? Let's try that. I'm going to get on a kick and want to go and get more markers now. Thanks, Marianne. Yeah, I almost didn't go live. I had contemplated skipping it today just because of workload, but nope, I wanted to get this guy colored in with the TriBlends. So this is a golden yellow. It's not very bright. It's not very yellow. Maybe I'll pop in a little bit of citrus. Yeah. Oh, I think I used my wrong one. Oh well. Add a peak of yellow at the top here. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Kind of muted. It's a scream. Yes, it is like a maroon. Yeah, I did my nails yesterday. I had to. I have videos to film today, so I had to do my nails. Okay, so yeah, I know that red pops out, and you know, maybe he would have looked better in the teal. That's kind of where you can stamp a couple different images and color them out and see what you like best. And plus, it's a great way to practice. So yeah, maybe that would have looked better in teal. Okay, so now I need like an ice gray. And what do we got for ice gray? We have 10, 7, and 2. So that's quite the drastic. They do, and I will say, they do have some really pretty teal combinations in here. There's like this blue turquoise. Love these teal blends. Ice gray. Ice gray extend. Let me look. Trying to just stick to all the TriBlends, although yes, I could bring in my Copics if I wanted to. It's blue gray. What does blue gray look like? Nope. Brown gray. Sorry, I'm looking through. Brown gray extend? Maybe. Brown gray extend, except I'm not going to use the darkest color. I'm going to go with the medium first. Add a little bit there, and then the lightest. So not a ton, just enough. There. I always get confused which end has the marker on it. And a little bit there. So there's that little guy. So if you have any questions about the TriBlends while I was using them, can't say I'm 100% loving how he turned out. This is probably something I would stamp again and play with some different colors. I like the colors themselves, but I kind of maybe think I should have left those like a light gray, I'm thinking. But who knows? Maybe if I just put him on a card, he'll be okay. But yeah, I think it's something to, and especially with this size of an image, it's a great one to just stamp out a few times and then just play with different color combinations. That's how you practice. That's how you learn what works well. How do you know when a TriBlend is out of ink? I'm going to guess that it just isn't putting down the color like it was before. Mine haven't run out yet. I don't use them often enough where it would run out. I mean, some of these I've probably had a good 11, 10 months. But I don't use them often enough, so I don't know for sure you know, when it's exactly going to run out of ink. You have some TriBlend markers that you like using, and you don't have any other alcohol markers. Yeah, the TriBlends are really great. They are. Just peeking through your comments. Oh, here. Does Spectrum Noir have a clear blending marker similar to the one Copic has? I don't know, honestly. I don't see one in my box, but that doesn't mean they don't have it. I'm sure in their regular markers they probably do. But I could definitely use, I don't even know if my colorless blender has anything in it. Oh, here. I have an Olo one. This might actually, oop, that's really juicy. See if my Olo one works. Yeah, I just got to be super careful with it. A little bit here. Yeah, that gives me a little bit more of a highlight on there. Yes, Andrea. There you go. Create with K. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I'm not super familiar with them. I just kind of grab and play, see what happens. I did grab my Olo one because I think my colorless blender for my Copic, I don't think I've ever refilled it. So I'm just grabbing my Olo one. But it all should pretty much work the same. You also have the Ohuhu markers. I like that one. Thank you so much. Crafty Toad. How fun is that? That is creative. I like that. Here, I want to try some. Let's see if this works. Nope, that didn't work. I was going to try and pop your comment in, but apparently my stuff is all messed up. Your coloring adventures began years ago with the Spectrum Noir markers. They were more affordable for your budget. The TriBlends came out years later. Game changer. Yes, I think they are too. I think they're really great for you know, starting out, or if someone just wants to tinker. I think they're great. I think they're really great. You've been having some issues with your Olos being really juicy. Any tips on how to deal with that? No, I don't. The best thing I would say is to contact the company. I know like there are some of their original batches were, but I didn't think those were in the public, because like I got sent some samples that were super, super juicy, and they were changing it so that they weren't. I didn't think the super juicy ones got released to the public. I thought they fixed that, but I would contact the company themselves and let them know, because with Olos, I know that's hard. It's not like you can pop a top off of each end like you can a Copic. So unfortunately, I don't have any tips on that. I would contact the company. Riva says, I would like to introduce alcohol coloring to my daughters and think the TriBlends is the way to go. Absolutely. That'd be great. Definitely. I will, yeah, like I said, I don't have anything listed down in the video description, so I will be updating that as I get finished up and cleaned up. I'm going to try and grab some of the things. This supply list is going to be very easy because I just have the one stamp set. And then I am going to try and pop this onto a card along with the other one that I did. So hopefully I will get those done and up today. It's going to be a busy Thursday today, so got to get these done. Releases coming up, some really fun releases coming up. So got to get prepared for those. And yeah, and then the TriBlends. I'm going to try and maybe just link generally to TriBlends. I don't like picking a specific one because I want to give you options. You can see in the video which one I use, and then you can decide, you know, if that's the one you want. So I will just link generally to some TriBlend markers, and then you can kind of look through on the colors that interest you. So like I said, these are really great. It's like anything. You have your ink pads, you make swatches, you know, same thing with any of these type of markers. I make swatches and I use these for reference, and I keep them in my tub with my markers. So yep, they're really great. I've had great luck contacting them if I needed anything. So But yeah, okay, guys, I think unless you have any other questions about TriBlends or markers in general, I was using the Express It paper again too. Let me back that out just a little bit. So when I go to film, I'm not super zoomed in. So if you have any questions about anything, like I said, I try and get in here and do lives more often so that I can really talk to you guys and let you know my tips and experience with things. So otherwise, my pre-recorded videos will be more instructional, so to speak. So anything else I can help you guys with today? I do want to thank you guys all so much for popping in here today, whether it is watching live or on the replay. I appreciate that so much. So let me know down in the comments if you have any questions on replay. I do read all of my comments. So your recommendation is the complete set and then the extend to start with. Where'd that go? Then fill them in from there. Wish I would have known that first. When I was buying, it was like I bought them the wrong way. I really did, because now I'm kind of lost when it comes to trying to fill in my gaps. I'm all over the place. So listen to that tip. Where did it go? Create with Kay. Listen to her tip because that's a good tip. Trying to figure out what to invest in. Yeah, any type of marker is an investment. I totally get it. I really do. And as much as I do love my Copics, they're kind of my first heart because that's what I started with. I do like the Olos. I like these. So I have invested, and granted, it's been over the course of like 10, 15 years with all of these collections. So some of them, it's taken me a long time. But TriBlends, if you're looking at starting, they are really great, I think, for starters. If you're looking at Copics, they are on sale right now over at Simon Says Stamps, so that's a great time to buy if you want to get some. And I think, one second. What is this? Andrea, my next live notification, could you put the time? Oh, yeah. Did I? Oops, sorry about that. Yes, I will definitely do that next time. But yes, and my recommendation, I can't remember if I said it yesterday, but I know I have answered it when people have asked, what Copics do I buy? I suggest finding somebody, look at my poor 2 different nails, sorry. I suggest finding an image you like, finding the colors that person used, and then starting with that. So if you wanted to color my bird from yesterday, you could start with the colors that I used for the bird. But that applies to any project, not just me. So that's how I would suggest starting out. You're getting an extend for Christmas. Awesome. Yeah, great Christmas presents. Drop those hints. Okay. I'm going to take off then, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I will get those links posted down below later and hopefully get these cards done and photographed and also my Copic sheet for you guys. So I know, hold me to it. Remind me. I'm totally okay with those friendly nudges that people leave me on my YouTube comments. So totally cool with that. Thanks, guys. And I will see you again real soon. Bye.